Most people hear the word calcium and immediately think of cheese, maybe milk, possibly a supplement sitting in the back of a kitchen cabinet. And while dairy absolutely deserves its reputation as a calcium-rich food, there is a detail that tends to get overlooked entirely. Some everyday foods that have nothing to do with a cheese board actually deliver more calcium per serving than cheese does. Not slightly more, meaningfully more. And most people have no idea. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which 4 foods outperform cheese for calcium content, why getting calcium from a variety of sources actually serves your body better than relying on one, and a few practical preparation tips that can either increase or decrease how much calcium your body actually absorbs from what you eat. Before we get to the list, let us quickly establish why calcium matters beyond the standard bone health message, because the role of this mineral in the body is broader than most people realize. Calcium is directly incorporated into bones and teeth, making them strong and resilient. That part most people know. What tends to get less attention is that calcium is also involved in blood clotting, nerve transmission, muscle contraction, and helping the body secrete hormones. It is not a mineral that simply builds bones and then clocks out. It is active in processes your body relies on constantly, which is why meeting your daily intake target consistently matters more than most people appreciate. The daily target for adults is 1,300 milligrams. A standard 1.5 ounce serving of cheddar cheese delivers about 300 milligrams, which takes care of roughly 23% of that target. That is a solid contribution from a single food. But the 4 foods we are about to cover do the same or better, and in some cases significantly better. The first food is regular yogurt, and the calcium gap between yogurt and cheese is larger than most people expect. 1 cup of plain, low-fat yogurt provides 448 milligrams of calcium. Compare that to the 300 milligrams in a serving of cheddar, and yogurt comes out nearly 50% higher. Registered dietitian Jamie Mock, MS.RD, a spokesperson for the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, points out that beyond calcium, yogurt is a nutritional powerhouse containing an array of essential vitamins and minerals, including B vitamins, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium, and zinc. It is also rich in protein, which most people are actively trying to consume more of. Mock adds that yogurt contains probiotics, the beneficial bacteria necessary for a healthy gut microbiome and overall immunity. That is a significant package of benefits in a single cup. One important clarification: it is regular yogurt, not Greek-style yogurt, that holds the calcium advantage here. Greek yogurt earns praise for its higher protein content, but the straining process that concentrates the protein also removes some of the calcium. If calcium is your primary goal, plain regular yogurt is the stronger choice. Mock recommends using it as a smoothie base, stirring it into overnight oats for added creaminess, or using it as a direct substitute for sour cream on savory dishes like tacos and chili. The second food is fortified orange juice, which surprises most people because OJ is not typically associated with bone health at all. Oranges do contain some calcium naturally, but fortified orange juice takes that to a completely different level. A single cup of calcium-fortified orange juice provides around 300 milligrams of calcium, matching a serving of cheese. Many brands also fortify with vitamin D, which is the nutrient your body requires in order to actually absorb calcium. Given that vitamin D deficiency is widespread and few people consume enough of it through food alone, that combination is particularly valuable. Registered dietitian Alexandria Hardy, RDN, recommends looking specifically for brands fortified with calcium citrate, as its absorption and availability are comparable to the calcium found in cow's milk. Hardy suggests using fortified OJ in fruit smoothies, marinades, salad dressings, or mocktails as a way to work calcium into meals beyond just drinking a glass at breakfast. The third food is cooked collard greens, and this one comes with an important preparation detail that determines how much calcium you actually absorb. 1 cup of raw collard greens contains about 84 milligrams of calcium, but when you cook them down, something significant happens. Because collard greens shrink dramatically during cooking, it can take around 4 cups of raw greens to yield 1 cup cooked. The result is that the calcium content nearly quadruples. 1 cup of cooked collard greens delivers 324 milligrams of calcium, more than a serving of cheese, from a leafy green vegetable. Mock notes that collards also provide fiber, vitamin K, and antioxidant carotenoids, making them one of the most nutrient-dense vegetables available. Here is the preparation detail that matters. Collard greens contain compounds called oxalates, which can interfere with calcium absorption in the small intestine. Moak says that certain cooking methods, specifically boiling, have been shown to lower oxalate levels and improve how much calcium your body can actually use from the greens. She also recommends cooking them with a healthy fat source such as olive oil because vitamin K, which collards are rich in, is fat-soluble and requires fat for absorption. Sautéing them in olive oil with garlic or simmering them in a seasoned broth with a small amount of added olive oil are both practical approaches that maximize the nutritional return from this underrated vegetable. The fourth food is fortified plant-based milk, which has become a mainstream option but still generates confusion around how its calcium compares to cow's milk. Many fortified plant milks, including almond and soy varieties, contain between 420 and 450 milligrams of calcium per cup. That is more than cheese, and it is comparable to or higher than cow's milk. However, Mock raises an important nuance about absorption that is worth understanding. Not all forms of added calcium behave the same way in the body. Older research comparing calcium absorption from fortified soy milk to cow's milk found that when soy milk was fortified with calcium carbonate, its calcium was absorbed at a rate similar to cow's milk. But when fortified with tricalcium phosphate, absorption was less efficient. Checking the ingredient list for the specific type of calcium added can help you make a more informed choice rather than assuming all fortified plant milks are equivalent. In terms of how to use them, fortified plant milks work in almost any application where you would use cow's milk, including sauces, cereal, and smoothies. The one exception Mock notes is baking or making dishes like pancakes, where the protein content of cow's milk contributes to structure and texture. In those cases, soy milk is the better plant-based substitute because its protein levels are closest to dairy milk. Moak also offers a practical tip that is easy to overlook. Shake the container well before pouring, because the added calcium can settle at the bottom, and an unshaken serving may deliver significantly less than the label suggests. The broader point from registered dietitian Alexandria Hardy is worth holding onto as a general nutrition principle. She recommends switching up your calcium sources beyond traditional dairy products as a way to add variety and a broader range of micronutrients to your diet. Getting calcium from multiple food sources also tends to increase overall fiber intake and can help keep saturated fat within a healthier range compared to relying heavily on cheese and processed dairy alone. Your daily calcium target is 1,300 milligrams. Regular yogurt, fortified orange juice, cooked collard greens, and fortified plant milks all help you hit that number, and in each case they bring additional nutritional benefits along with them. The best calcium strategy is not loyalty to one food, it is variety across several. If this video changed how you think about where your calcium actually comes from, share it with someone who thinks cheese is their only option, and subscribe for more nutrition content that goes beyond the basics.